Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Alien Isolation. Now, Alien Isolation is in a bit of an interesting place because, obviously, the last Alien game to come out was Aliens Colonial Marines, which was a steaming pile of garbage in pretty much every way possible. And you probably know that if you saw my playthrough of it or played it yourself. Alien Isolation, on the other hand, is a game that is, by its developer's own admission, supposed to be a lot truer to what people would want from an Alien game. Distinctly an Alien game and not an Aliens game, because this game draws from the first movie, not from the second, which is what a lot of Alien games have drawn from, is, you know, the whole Colonial Marines and everything. This, on the other hand, is a first-person horror game in the Aliens universe, where you're apparently mostly pursued by a single, seemingly unkillable xenomorph. So let's get in here. So there's the main game, and then, because of the pre-order DLC, there's Crew Expendable. Now, Crew Expendable, I think I might actually just do a separate video on, because it is a playable section from the first movie. You know, where you get to play as the crew of the Nostromo, and it's fairly short, so I might just play all the way through that. But let's get into the main game here.
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo. Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley. Last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent free port facility.
I know what it is.
Transit's arranged. There's a courier ship called the Torrens heading out that way in 2 days. We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, When this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrance if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
Alright, and here we are in a cryo room, I guess, almost identical to the one from the Nostromo, which I think already from the start here you can tell it's going a lot more for a authentic alien experience and not just kind of pointing at the movie and saying, hey, remember that? With this very decidedly sort of retro future 80s look, you know? Much like the original Alien, with chunky computers with all sorts of colored buttons. Now, get dressed, but I guess we don't need these shoes. War in totality. Alright, so we've got a crew of 2, 3, 4... Okay, so 4 plus us on this ship, I guess. Seems like we've got our sort of audio, or I guess in this case text logs, to pick up. Now that we're wearing soaking wet underwear, let's get dressed. I gotta say, I really like the way this looks already. I remember reading about this. So basically, this game does not have any sort of autosave whatsoever, which may turn some people off, but kind of makes sense for this sort of game. It is essentially a modern-esque survival horror. So essentially it's got modern sort of typewriters or whatever your go-to equivalent is. I can't tell if Amanda Ripley here is really tall or just these are really small hallways. Again, the sort of space/environment suits similar to the ones on the Nostromo, though they're yellow instead of white. I think they were white. It's kind of hard to tell because when they go onto the planet, it's fairly dark.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's morning either. Sorry. I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get used to it.
I don't do long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel further than the coffee machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot of money. It's important we find out what happened. If I can close the case with a conclusive accident report, it'll look great with my superiors. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. Realize your mother has been missing for 15 years and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
I'll catch up with him.
So right there they put it out there that this takes place between Alien and Aliens because of course in Aliens they find Ripley after she's been floating in space for 50 years. I keep trying to hit escape to go back, but it's Q. So this ship is fairly similar looking in kind of all ways to the Nostromo. This is the same sort of kitchen slash meeting room. Also, it kind of makes sense that they would want a report on what happened with the Nostromo, considering it was carrying 20 million tons of ore before Ripley blew it up. Alright, guess we're not going that way.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship. I realize it's a very similar model to...
The Nostromo.
Yes, M-Class. A later pattern, but close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
We talked. She seems nervous.
I hadn't noticed. She's a skilled executive, though. Should help us with any legal issues we might encounter.
So he's probably an android then, based on that I don't need as much sleep as the rest of you comment.
Approaching Sevastopol station.
Looks like we're up.
At least they didn't feel the need to stick a Lance Hendrickson android in here. So yeah, this is pretty much the same medical bay where they put Kane when he gets face-huggered. Which again, it's neat that they have all of this here. You know, it is kind of pointing at the movie still, but without saying, hey, you remember this? Let me give you a flashback in case you forgot what happened in Alien. No, that's back where we came from. So this is the hypersleep room. I think we've gone in a bit of a circle now around the ship. I do also appreciate that it doesn't try to immediately jump into being a horror game, because of course in Alien you don't even really see the xenomorph until about an hour in.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
Channel open, Captain.
Does everyone have their briefing document?
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
There's the mother computer. Sort of a rudimentary AI, I guess.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol Station.
Is that damage?
It looks like damage.
Punch up 74, tight angle.
Looks like the dry dock bay is screwed.
I can't bring the Torrens into that.
This is the commercial vessel Torrens out of St. Clair, registration number MSV7760, calling Sevastopol Traffic Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a
Weyland-Yutani bond. You're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over. Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again? The station's comms seem pretty screwed up, so I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
Safe trip.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you. Depressurizing. Oh, fuck. Hating this. Just shadow me, Taylor. You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
Fuck happened here? My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Taylor. Just keep moving!
Taylor, Ripley, hold on!
Samuels! Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Okay.
Well, presumably if that Samuels guy is an android, he'll have survived being in space, and probably show up later in the game. The other one, probably not so much, especially if he just drifted off into space forever. I think it's save points that are making this beeping sound, which at least it's nice to tell you there's one around.
Sevastopol stability compromised. Proceed to the nearest partial checkpoint and stand by while orbital stabilizers realign.
I'm kind of curious how a single xenomorph could have caused so much damage to the station indirectly. Obviously, it's not going around blowing things up on its own, but unless everyone's trying to blow it up to get it off the station, I don't know how big chunks of it are coming off. At least these ducts are well lit, like they're expecting someone to have to climb through here. Probably not a good idea to hang out in these too much in this game, though. Ducts are kind of familiar territory for xenomorphs. So this is meant to be a first-person survival horror game, but it's not completely like Amnesia or, you know, games in that similar genre where you're completely defenseless and forced to run away. In this case, I've heard you do get guns and such at some point, but they're not particularly effective and obviously not very useful at all against the xenomorph. Okay, so it seems like Sevastopol Station, I guess, is the one being decommissioned, which would explain why it's in bad shape, even before xenomorphs. We did actually take some damage from that.
This'll help.
Alright, open our inventory here. Oh, if you hold control, you can peek, which I assume that would be useful for getting around without being seen. I guess we're in a space airport sort of luggage loader.
Now, although the optimist contends that since man cannot foresee the future, worry about the future is futile, and that everything with the best possible in mind is inevitably wrong.
Hello? Anyone here?
A model of the station. I hear that familiar bleep blooping. Oh, these terminals. I was like, this light here? Do I have a map? Yes, I do.
Harris, Turner, get back here now. We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Wait's up.
Doesn't anything here work?
You're an engineer, Ripley. You should be able to fix this. Is it 0340? Pick up all these crafting materials. So obviously you can't really do that quickly if you have to click all of those. Now we're back to full health. is where we came in. I assume we wouldn't have to go back down. No, maybe I just gotta press this thing again? No, that thing's already going. So rather than the big old Weyland-Yutani being kind of the main corporation here, it's Seegson, I guess, is the one that built Sevastopol Station and everything in it. But presumably not as big as Weyland-Yutani. Let's see. Find a way to restore power. I'm trying to like figure out here where we could even go for that, because we can't go back as far as I can tell, so it would have to be something around here. Now I thought maybe it would be in that room that we opened up, you know, some sort of fuse or something. That doesn't seem to be the case. Well, it's probably a good thing that there's no extraterrestrial stalking me yet, because I probably would have died here a couple times before I figured out what to do. So basically, it seems like if we go into utility here, we can actually just turn on the power.
I'm going!
Alright, some people still hanging around on the station. I only figured that out because after wandering around the area a couple times, I came back here to check, see if I missed any like notes. We need to go through that shutter that was up there, but let's just check through these doors that were locked. Sure, we'll take all this crafting stuff. I mean, we can't really make anything with it yet, except the med kit. But I assume we'll find some more stuff to make. So, I mean, we really are just in a space airport.
What the hell happened here?
So the notice said that the Sevastopol was running on a skeleton crew before its decommissioning, so there shouldn't be that many people on the station. Locked. Oh hey, you can actually peek upward too, not just left and right. So if you're like hiding behind something, you can kind of look over it. it makes sense that the Torrens is still flying around, considering that the crew is still in there. And we haven't reported back. I guess we want to find some sort of comm station or something. Another flare. Remind me of the generators in Alan Wake, just because you have to pump them a couple times before they work. You got no time for air hockey. I hear a save point somewhere beeping. Guess let's pick up all this stuff first.
As well as providing executive suites for traveling businessmen.
And of course, all of the, I guess the working Joes are some sort of synthetic, are being controlled by a central AI, because that never causes anything to go wrong with them. I'm sure he won't have the same reaction as Xerxes. Yeah, I don't know. I get that some people really hate the games used to make you manually save, but I think it is fine.
Julia Jones, today's update. After numerous demands, Marshal Waits finally called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from the terminal. Feels like we're on our own now.
I wonder if that was the group of people we saw in the terminal. Now it's still locked even though the power is on. Ion torch required. Okay, so we need to find some piece of equipment. So presumably we want to go this way. What is that half triangle? Cutting point. Well, we don't have a cutter. I don't see anywhere else to go. Can I go through the floor here? So you can't jump, so it kind of limits your maneuverability for that sort of thing. And this door is locked. Also needs an ion torch. Presumably we'll find an ion torch around here somewhere, since it seems to be our only way out. Oh, I gotta go all the way around to get over there, don't I? Oh no, I can just go through this door. No, I can't. I thought I went through... Never mind. Aha. Thought it was in here because of this welding mask, but maybe it's in this hole in the floor. No. Closed on me. Another ventilation system we probably shouldn't be climbing around in. especially with the station apparently falling apart. Where are we now? I guess we're past, yeah, all that stuff that collapsed. There should be a torch around here.
This whole damn place is falling apart.
Well, obviously there has to be something here. I feel like we need to go through this tube. If we can get this thing out of the way. There we go. Maybe we won't immediately find a cutting torch. I know this is the same sort of game where you're not really supposed to run around, but since the alien doesn't appear to be hunting us yet, I'm not too worried about it bursting out of a vent. I just noticed we don't have a shadow. That's unfortunate. Alright, another tool we don't have. And a plasma torch. It's getting all Metroidvania up in here. I guess we can't go anywhere here, but we did turn on the power.
That's gotta be the exit up ahead.
Okay, so we need to get through that door, so I guess we need to find a power jack. Might have to end this video at some point without actually seeing any enemies. Simply because it does actually have a nice long setup period.
Bruce, it's Turner. Got to deal with that wasted asshole again. This time he nearly wrecked the door with a maintenance jack. Guess he figures it's safe here. Wants to lock himself in. Screw him. We got too much to worry about without babysitting drunks. Anyway, I threw him in the evidence lockup. Let the son of a bitch sleep.
Alright, so we just need to find the evidence lockup and we'll find a maintenance jack. I guess this is the space police station. A lot of big old joysticks. Now I don't remember exactly, but is that the beacon from the ship on LV-426? Another vent there.
Oh, fuck.
Surprisingly, this is the first dead person we've seen.
Make a complaint to the highest authority, okay? My name's Zachary Watson.
I think
That's
I need this
Watson.
more than you do.
You get that? My complaint is this. Fucking marshals. They should be protecting us. It's their job. Something's on this station with us and no one knows what it is. No one fucking knows. The place is worse. Locked down. You know, like to keep something out. I'm fucking terrified. Fucking shit. It's so cold. This fucking thing works.
So I could probably backtrack here to get some more crafting materials and audio logs, but I'm assuming it's probably not necessary.
Interview subject. Heist. Did I say that right? Heist? Look, if you can't even tell me your name, we're gonna be here a hell of a long time. I just want to know about your boss. He's got you all into a lot of trouble. Someone's gonna be accountable. I'm gonna make damn sure someone's accountable. No? Tough guy, huh? Turner, turn off the tape. Maybe our friend here is just shy.
There's also some shady business going on, probably related to the Nostromo's flight log.
First, it's Turner. Gotta deal with that wasted asshole again.
No, never mind that. I already
This
played that
time
one.
he nearly wrecked the door with a maintenance jack. Guess he figures it's safe here. Wants to lock himself in. Screw him. We got too much to worry about without babysitting drunks.
Stay still.
Okay. Okay.
Now, turn around. Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station. A ship.
There's no ships here!
There are now.
Well, that's good news. Because things are not so good here. Something blue just now. Rocked this whole place.
I saw it.
But lady, that's the least of our problems.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
Like what?
A killer. You get it?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Axel.
I was boarding with 2 colleagues. EVA. We got separated by the blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
Because you seem to know your way around.
No, I mean, why? What's in it for me?
Placed on the ship.
How do I know I can trust you?
I need to find comms. I need to contact my ship.
This is your lucky day. Let's go, sweetheart. Seeks and comms is in the Systex spire.
Oh, there you go.
It's quite a distance, but we can get to transit through the freight area.
Making some friends.
Watch yourself. We can get into all sorts of trouble there. Okay?
Was that you following me back there?
Had to keep my distance. Can't take any chances. Inquisitive type, eh? Stick close to me.
What?
Hey, don't move.
Oh, okay. We're not looking for trouble. Who are you?
I'm John. This is Ringo. We're just some assholes. We haven't got time for this. Come on, Jenna.
We're trying to get to comms. Can you help us?
We don't need their help. Don't tell them anything. Look, I've got the elevator working. Jenna, let's go, okay?
I'm sorry. Good luck. What the hell was that about? Why are you so damn aggressive?
Everyone's running shit scared, keeping to their own. Safer that way.
So clearly trust is not exactly strong here on the Sevastopol.
Real McCoy.
I assume the reason it takes a second there to save is in case there is something behind you.
Let me get the elevator. Allow me. Place is old. Needs a special touch. Well, what are you waiting for? Hit the button.
Where is the button? Oh, the button it wouldn't let me press.
Keep the noise down here. There might be people around.
I'd appreciate it if you told me what the hell was going on. Right now.
Listen, darling. When we get to the ship, we can kick back, braid each other's hair, and chat all you want.
Yeah, when we get to my ship. I need to know what's going on. Right fucking now.
Fine. Like I said, there's a killer.
A killer? What does that even mean?
I ain't seen it, but it's here. Picking us off one by one.
What are you saying? A psycho? A person?
No, something else. A monster.
Well, I don't want to drag this out too long, because I have a feeling it might be a little while before we see our xenomorph friend. So, I think we're going to call it here for Alien Isolation. I've heard this game's actually fairly long, 15 to 20 hours this, which is surprisingly long for a game in this sort of horror-y genre. I like what I see so far. It is definitely a lot more true to an Alien game than Colonial Marines was. Of course, you could probably say that about any other Alien game except for Colonial Marines. But, yeah, I really like the amount of detail they went into to sort of recreate the old 80s sci-fi look. Very, sort of dirty mechanical future. And I like that it's got a nice slow build-up. Though I have a feeling if it goes on for 20 hours, it might drag a little bit, because they might run out of, you know, things to mix up the formula. But, yeah, I'm enjoying this so far, and I look forward to playing through the rest of it. Like I said, I want to do a separate video for the Day 1 DLC that came as part of the pre-order, the Crew Expendable, which is actually a DLC that lets you play through a segment of the original movie Alien as one of the 3 surviving members of the Nostromo's crew. Ellen Ripley and 2 of the, I believe it's the 2 engineering guys, whose names I can't remember off the top of my head right now. A second. The 2 guys who always go on about getting a full share of their pay. But yeah, so I think I'll do just a full playthrough of that because it's a fairly short little DLC, and it's not really spoilers or even really related to the main game. It's just a nice little thing for people who liked the original movie. So in that we'll probably see more of the Alien, but kind of funny to have an Alien game where we didn't see an alien. A video on it at least. But yeah, I've been Shadefire. This is Alien Isolation. It is available for both current-gen consoles and last-gen consoles, as well as PC. This is $50 on Steam, so, you know, $10 discount for getting it on PC. And yeah, I definitely recommend this. You folks take care, and maybe go back and watch Alien again, because I know I'm definitely going to.